I'm sure the people that watch this weekly devotional have never watched the movie Anchorman with Will Ferrell as Anchorman Ron Burgundy. But there's a catchphrase that I really like by character Brian Fantana that says, 60% of the time, it works every time. That phrase cracked me up as it points to the fact that sometimes things just don't go as planned and there's no guarantees in life. Did you know that Tom Brady, some say the greatest quarterback of all time, has a completion percentage of 63%? That means greatness is somewhere around 60%. I've been talking a lot about making mistakes lately, and I've realized that even though I don't want to admit it, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist and hate when things don't go as I planned. I'm finding that pursuing perfection can do more damage than actual good. At first glance, perfection doesn't seem like such a bad thing. I mean, who doesn't want to see things done perfectly? Always arrive on time. Never let anyone down. It's kind of a fantasy, isn't it? These kinds of goals have driven me throughout my life, from one accomplishment to another, always seeking to do a little bit better, be a little bit better than I was the day before. But then I read 2 Corinthians 12:9, which says, each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I am glad to boast about my weakness so that power of Christ can work through me. There's so much freedom in this verse. His power works best in our weakness. If we want Christ to work through us, we need to acknowledge and embrace our weaknesses. We depend on Him for our sufficiency, and without Him, we can't do what we were created to do. When we are under the illusion that we can achieve perfection, pride will take root in our hearts. But when we acknowledge how far away from perfection we are, He can grow in us a spirit of humility, allowing us to live, love, and lead more and more like Jesus. So, besides God and His Word, 60% of the time, it works every time. Have a great week.